CULTRIPS project was a 4-year leader transnational project involving rural areas from 5 different countries coming together to develop, test, launch and learn from each other about a new type of rural tourism.
The basic aim of the CULTRIPS project was to bring tourism into rural regions around Europe where we don't have tourism at the moment. In these regions we wanted to create something different by mixing social tourism and create tourism. This would allow the people from these regions to show their region and to talk to tourists and give them the possibility to tell stories about the special things about their region. The project also encourages creative tourism whereby visitors are organized into small groups to experience local lifestyles through workshops on things like cooking traditional food or learning local dancing styles and participating in local festivals. This way, the tourists learn the real authenticity of these rural areas, and this is the niche that CULTRIPS provides.
In order to do this, the CULTRIPS project tested new ways of helping local people to offer new tourism products. So we needed to help to train people who had never before provided tourism services with skills about how to tell stories about local culture. We also had to develop techniques for showing local people how to identify interesting cultural things for tourists to do.
I think this project is very specific because it's a new kind of product for the tourism sector. For the moment, I think mainstream in tourism is hopping from one city to the other, zapping from one region to the other, taking a low-cost flight and running for a weekend to any city all over Europe. And this is exactly the contrary. This is going to another region, but not only to visit it, not only to see things, but trying to understand why this region is like it is, why people speak like they do, why people behave like they do, and why people eat what they eat. And I think this kind of participation of the local population, this is very specific for this project. It makes the project not very easy because you have to do with no professional actors. This makes you have to produce a big effort to implicate these actors, but with a little bit of patience, with a little bit of time, I think this can be really a new product. And I'm very optimistic that after the slow food movement, after the Sita slow movement, slow tourism can be another slow movement to bring people down, to decelerate their life, and maybe seeing less all over the globe, but what they see, that they have the feeling they have understood what has been going on in a different region of the world.
I think that through this project we got a lot of different perspectives. You know, when you are always sitting in your own soup, you are getting somehow blind. So when you are together with different people from different regions which have different problems and see things differently, then you can learn from them. You can see your own region in a different way. So I think it was really fruitful for all of us because we came from different perspectives or different experiences. Some had a lot of touristic experience and some not at all. So I think this was very good for every of us to see that people are so different and have a different approach. I, for example, was not so much into leader projects before, but through CULTRIPS I really understood leader, and I think it's a great program which is really very important and very helpful for the rural regions.
We have to consider that the leader groups as a local association with more or less 100 members. So it was very easy to find our partner for this project. We have involved many different stakeholders, such as tourist company, such as tourist guides, local accommodation like agritourism, rural hotel. We had a few preliminary meetings before, and then we had to make several meetings, several seminars for our members to explain the philosophy of the project.
We learned a lot of new things in this cooperation. We developed together a big toolbox of tools we used in this project. It was a huge variety, and the ideas of everyone came into this project. For example, we developed a manual how we did the whole thing, so also other regions can use our ideas. We developed pilot trips.
The pilot trips were the test trips, and feedback was both positive ones, and they also visitors found also negative or some places to correct afterwards. And mostly they were very enthusiastic, for example, for the Finnish pilot trip, and how they could contact with the local people. That was the most important thing. So they were altogether about 80 to 90 local people involved in this 4 days program. Also, locals found very easy to handle with the foreign guests, and they were a little bit surprised that they joined and could do things, easy things like baking Karelian pies or play in a local summer theater or row with a wooden church boat in a big Finnish lake, Karelian lake.
Cooperation between the different countries in this LEADER project has been a real catalyst for rural innovation. By working together, we have all been able to gain additional knowledge that would not have been possible if we were working on developing this type of project as individual rural areas.
In our region, we learned to look at our treasures we have in a different way, because we saw it through the eyes of all the other regions, and they said, okay, you have this and this, you can be proud of that. And then we started to think and rethink, oh yes, that's true, and how can we use them?
We have also created innovative ideas. For example, one product is that we have 2 fruit farms. In our region there is a lot of fruit farms with apples and pears and all kinds of different fruits. And 2 farmers offer now the possibility that people can come and make a workshop and to just learn about the life of a fruit farmer, to learn how to process all these products, and also to get to know the history and the traditions of the people there. And we tested it in the pilot trip, and it was just great. We got really good results from our guests. Another interesting product is a combination of ballooning and geocaching. Geocaching is now quite common. It's some kind of hunting treasures. And we have a combination of ballooning because our region is famous for ballooning, going with balloons. And the product looks like that you go in a balloon in the morning over the beautiful landscapes of our region, and you throw markers and you mark it with the GPS, and in the afternoon you walk the same way and are searching for the markers, and you have two completely different perspectives of the same landscape and the same region, because once you have it from above and once you have it from the ground, and it really looks completely different. And I think this is really very innovative and really beautiful.